Hey there, Jason with AMI Detail. Back again here. We're going to try, since we came up with that garage therapy, did such an awesome job. I had a couple other requests, which again, I was right there with them. I want to know how Detail Co hard wash and also the off-label use of Yum wheel foam. How do those stack up against garage therapy? Because both of those are also some good pre-wash chemicals. So let's get started. Since I didn't get around to washing the rear of this vehicle, basically what we're going to do is strip right down the center with garage therapy. And head over here to the right hand side with Detail Co hard wash. And that's at a 10-to-1 mix. So I made it easy, just did 500 milliliters with 50 milliliters. And same way with Yum wheel foam, which will be on the left hand side here. Also 10-to-1 mix. So again, just that 550 milliliter. Garage therapy, didn't really go into dilutions the other day, ate too much in the video, it was just at the end, but that one's actually at an 8-to-1. Again, went right off the label on what they recommend. And so that worked out to be, I was targeting that 500, trying to get around there. So, and went with 400 milliliters of water to 50 milliliters of shampoo there. So, but yeah, again, using the Talking with Cars foam cannon. And the main thing with this one is I'm able to just mount these pre-mixed bottles. So I can spray one, rinse the spray, foam cannon out, and go with the other one. So even though the Talking with Cars has that handy, this handy quick connect, that portion there, the small thread is the thing that makes the magic happen. So let's get started. As far as pressure washer, going with the Ryobi, the automotive high flow, the 1.8 GPM. Basically just going to fire up one of those, because I do have a dual system. However, for foam cannon, it's kind of crazy. These are already fine-tuned, so it doesn't take much to actually spike them over the recommended, 15 amps with a foam cannon. So, but basically, we'll just hook that to the quiver. That automatic disconnect is awesome. Reel out some hose here. Get a little extra. So like I said, we'll go with garage therapy. Just put the lid in my pocket. Learned from the other day. Get ready to put it on. Works a lot better to just set it down. So it's mounted there, and we will foam. Take that one off. Just borrow the lid off this one. Grab my water for rinsing. Sorry, didn't have that quite ready. Rinse that out till it's clear. Go with the Detail Co. on there. Take that off. Come over. Rinse. For the wheel foam, yum. Again, this is not something you'll see on the label, but it was something that was discussed online. Throw that cap on that one. And we'll foam this. So, there we go. Everything's foamed up. And rinse this out while that's dwelling. And just as I did the other day, pop this puppy off. And this is the nozzle I use for the duals. So I'm going to grab the standard since I'm just using the one. Oh, yeah, and just like the other day, I'm going to go with the 25 degree. So that's all ready. Let's take a look and see how everything is doing here. So again, the garage therapy in the center. And that was the first one I foamed on. I mean, still pulling down good. Detail Co. Again, same way. It's got a nice, nice movement there. Good wetting. It's still, staying. Not, just starting on the glass. So both that and the garage therapy are, I mean, you can see the rate is real similar between the two. The amount of time, because I'll do like I did the other day and do some timers at the top of the, over each one of these. And yeah, that's pretty cool to see. Look at that. Pulling all that down. The foam sitting there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I can't be quiet long enough to do ASMR stuff, so that's probably a good thing. And here's the crazy part with pretty much any of Yum's products. When they say foam, Nick is serious. He means foam. Every one of their products just sticks, has like monster dwell time, and just lets that keep working. You can see it's It's moving down the panel, but it's just it's like creeping down the panel. So pretty crazy how, gotta kind of basically time lapse it to watch that, to detect the movement there. So let me get these out of the way. So I don't need those right now. One more here. Like I said, it's starting to dry a bit on the glass on between Garage Therapy and Detail Co. So I think we're going to call it there and go ahead and rinse. And of course, since this is a large, everything's kind of, it's going to be a lot harder to rinse individual sections. So we'll see what happens. I'll try turning my nozzle sideways like I did with the foam. See what happens with that. Okay, that part's done. Let me go grab the blower and we will dry it off and get an overall look at it. Okay, let's go in close for a look. We got Garage Therapy, the center section here. So let's see if we can get make sure it's dried off. You can see a little bit of, no, that's more just moisture. In this section here, you can kind of see what it did. And then, so yeah, I'm just kind of dragging the moisture around. Then we went over to Detail Co. And finally got Yum. So again, yeah, this is, I don't know if it's the best example necessarily, because the back of this thing has so many places that it holds dirt. Then as I was blowing it off, I'm blowing dirt out from areas. So, but yeah, right now, I'm not sure you can really even call a winner necessarily. If anything, I still would say Garage Therapy's got the edge. Okay, let's go with the torture test. We're going to use the handy dandy paint correction light from Harbor Freight and take a look and see what it looks like. Even on the kind of that chrome trim, taking a look at what that looks like. See if I can try to hold both of these at once here. Like I say, I still think there's a slight advantage with Garage Therapy on the performance, but both of these put me in mind of the performance of the Labo Cosmetica Primus 2.0. Again, great products, just not quite up to that same way of cleaning as Garage Therapy offers.